Hey man, chatty peeps, I'm back doing the weekly card reading. This time I am using the Mythic Oracle by Carissa Mulatto and artwork by Michelle Lee Felon. And so this is an Oracle deck based on the Greek pantheon. So that is what I felt like I wanted to use for December. So that's what I'm going to be using. So I've pre-shuffled and everything. Just so you know, I'm also doing on my blog a weekly sort of astrological forecast, sort of what's generally going on in the heavens. And I'm doing it for each new moon, full moon in each quarter. So every week there's usually one of these events. So this week on Friday we have our first quarter. So you can check that out. I'll be posting it tomorrow Monday just to see what's going on in the heavens. So I'll start again with Aries. Once again, if you know your sun sign, obviously most people do, pay attention to that. But if you also know your moon sign or you know your ascendant, pay attention to that as well. So for Aries, we have Pandora, which is hope. So we all know the story of Pandora, how she opened the box because she was curious and it let out all these terrible things, but also hope was kept in the box. So what this is saying for you, Aries, is that if you've been going through a tough time, if you've been feeling like there's been a lot of stuff going on around you, don't lose hope. Hope is still there. Focus on what's good, not on the bad things, even if it may seem like it's overwhelming right now. Also, Pandora makes me think about curiosity, and sometimes we have to satisfy it. We have to ask those questions. We have to look at things that maybe we don't always want to look at. And so I think this is a very interesting kind of card to get. So that's Aries. For Taurus, we have Aries, which is battle. Kind of funny. Taurus, we get Aries. So Aries, the god of war. Battle can mean, you know, confrontation. It can mean conflicts coming up this week. It can also mean taking the time to stand up for ourselves, to take a stand on what we believe. Sometimes we have to say, no, I don't think that's right. And you have to kind of stand up for what you think is right, even if other people around you don't always agree with it. So Taurus, you're being challenged to do that. So make sure you're not fighting over things needlessly. Pick and choose your battles, but if something's important to you, stand your ground. For Gemini, we have Apollo, which is clarity. So Gemini, this is a great week for getting insight, for sudden sort of inspiration. You may have that aha moment about something that you've been questioning or wondering about. You'll receive answers this week. Apollo is also the god of, he's the god of the arts, but also of physical fitness. So it's a good week as well to focus on exercise or to express yourself creatively. Cancer, we have Poseidon, Earthshaker. There's Poseidon there, god of the sea. He's also the god of earthquakes. So, oh, the lighting suddenly changed. So Cancer, this is a week that I kind of see this almost in some ways a little like the Tower card in the tarot, the Earthshaker, that there may be shakeups going on this week, sudden events, things going on that kind of shake you up a bit, especially emotionally. After all, this is the god of water, and subconsciously, so you might experience some dreams that might be a little bit disturbing for you this week, so watch for those. But these things can be good in that they kind of show us, you know, where things were shaky in the first place, especially if something upsetting happens, and they can help us to redefine, you know, who we are and to get rid of things that don't serve us anymore. For Leo, we have Eros, desire. So Leo, this is a good week to express your romantic inclinations, but not just in the romance department either. You know, this is a year where, you know, obviously it's a very consumerist time of year. It's a time of year with a lot of, you know, material wants and things. And so sometimes it's good to give in to desires and to, you know, go after the things that we want or to acquire, you know, material things that we might desire, but we can't let those things overwhelm us either. We have to kind of balance those things out. So that's a theme for you this week, Leo. So, you know, balance out your desires with also, you know, tempering it a bit, not going overboard. For Virgo, we have Achilles, which is glory. So this week, Virgo, you're going to receive pats on the back for doing a great job. People will really be cheering you on and really celebrating your accomplishments. Remember though, Achilles though also had a weak side too, so not to ignore that, you know, that we also have our faults as well, but definitely revel in you know, receiving, you know, positive feedback and any kind of celebration or victory that you may get this week. Libra, we have Hercules, which is strength. So A week where, you know, you're probably, if you have been feeling sick, your strength will be returning to you, or feeling down, you'll be feeling a lot stronger. It's also saying that you are in things for the long haul, and you know, you're not always going to see results right away. Just kind of like with the strength card, sometimes we have to be patient, and we have to remember that we're in this for the long haul, so we can't wear ourselves out. So pace yourself. All right. Oh, where are we here? Scorpio. Orpheus. Faith. So Scorpio, for you too, this week is a week where, you know, you may not see results of things. You may have to act on faith that things are going to work out. It may be a week where, you know, you are feeling like you just keep going and going and you're not seeing the results you want, or you're feeling like, you know, things are never going to get better. And it's telling you to have faith that even when things are dark, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So have faith in things. This also may see you want to, you might take this time this week to explore your spirituality and explore your faith. Orpheus is also associated with music. So music can also give us a sense of hope as well. So, you know, if you play an instrument, take time for that, or just enjoy listening to music. Sagittarius, we have Uranus, the father. So he is with all the lightning. Now, Uranus is a planet associated with sudden insight, lightning bolts, things out of the blue. So again, you may experience this coming week, sudden insights, things that are happening very suddenly. And this also kind of goes with astrologically what's going on this week, that there may be sudden events and things. So watch for that, especially for you, Sagittarius. But also it says here the father. So, you know, you may take time this week to connect with your own father, or to fathers in your life, whether that's like husbands or boyfriends or people that you know that are father figures. They're going to be a very positive influence this week. For Capricorn, we have Zeus, divine expansion. And this is another very paternal sort of father-like figure too. So Capricorn, if you want to take some time to honor the father energy in your life, this is a good week for that as well. But also expansion just says, you know, that this is a time to kind of expand yourself, try new things. It's also a week where you're going to be growing and taking on a lot of things, but don't take on more than you think you can handle. I know it says you want to expand. If you have a business, it's also a very good sign as well, but don't overstretch yourself. And then Aquarius, we have Hemera, which is rebirth. So Aquarius, this is going to be a really great week for you. You're going to feel like you're coming, you know, kind of out of your shell. You're going to feel like things are a lot more positive, sense of rebirth, that things are new. You're probably going to be really looking forward to the new year that's coming and making goals for it as well. So very positive week for Aquarius. And finally, Pisces, we have Psyche, sacred union. So a romantic week for Pisces, so connecting with your loved one. But even if you don't have a loved one, it's saying that the sacred union within oneself. So a very healing week, a week where we're bringing balance to ourselves, a week where we're finding the spirit, connecting our spirit and our body, and finding that balance within ourselves for Pisces. So that is what I see for the week. I'm going to look at what the overall, just going to find it here, card is for Pember. Oh, we have Artemis, which is purity. So that's Artemis there. When I think of purity, I don't think of the sort of medieval meaning of purity. What this to me means is being pure in spirit. So really looking at ourselves as innocent, seeing the good side of ourselves, seeing ourselves as whole and beautiful and healed. And so no matter what sort of your sun sign is or what the cards have said to you, make sure that you are looking at yourself in the most positive light. Also, she's the huntress. So it's saying be focused. If you have a goal, if you have a specific thing you want to get done this week, be really focused on it. Aim your arrow and just keep your sights on that. So that is what I see for this week. If anyone notices any other kind of patterns, I would love to hear that. Please put in the comments below, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.